Hello everyone, welcome to another video. So this is going to be our fourth episode of 100 to 2000 ELO Rise. So let's look for the opponent for the day. The first opponent we got Kas Jas, and he's from Algeria. So yeah, so if e4 comes on the board, so as we discussed in our introductory video, we are going to open with the c6. So this is Karokan. So e4 c6. Now maybe this push is going to come. Yeah, so now he can't restrict us to push that. So if takes, we stand better. So let's go for the central control. Maybe he has to take now. Take, getting some tempo to this bishop. Maybe bishop. Okay, so he's simply asking me that I'm going back, you can take my pawn. Now in gambit, like initially, like you should avoid taking pawn. You should go for some development move. Certainly we should do that, but Nimjovic told like you shouldn't take the pawn initially, rather you should develop, you should focus on your develop. Do not accept the gambiting pawn so that he get the initiative with certain condition. The first condition is you can accept the pawn if the pawn is central pawn. So in line with the Nimjovic plan, we are going to take that one because this is a central pawn. Now let's see how he proceeds. Okay, so he's simply coming that, okay, as we take this pawn, so we are going to take this one with the queen. So now we can have different kind of moves, but we have the developmental move. At the same time, we can protect that pawn. So how we can do that? Bringing the knight out, so protecting that pawn, at the same time developing the knight. Maybe soon we'll go for this pawn push or even this pawn push, bringing out our bishop, going for castling and making our king safe. Remember, we are already a pawn up and he will have to struggle a lot to take that pawn, and this central pawn is so strong that this knight can't come to its natural square, and this square is pretty odd for this knight, right? Knight doesn't belong to that square. This is so bad for that knight. Can he get some tempo to this queen? How we can go that? Can he go for here and get some tempo to this queen? Maybe this knight aiming to come here, or maybe even aiming to come here, gaining something to this square because this bishop is covering that square. So how we can stop that? At the same time, I think even taking this knight is also a good idea. That's not bad. That's a good, even that's pretty good, I must say. So even I could have got some tempo to this queen if I would have some other pieces, like this move would have been here. But I think if I simply go for that one, this queen comes, and if I take that one, maybe he can take. So we simply don't get anything. But I think we can simply take that one and get some distorted pawn structure. And at the same time, we have the strong pawn, these two pawns, three pawns disorganized, and we can take them in later on. So this pawn is isolated, these two pawns are isolated, we are already a pawn up. So simply if you tell, literally we are 4 pawns up, like although we are not 1 pawn up, but the position is like that. If the games if this game we can drag to last ending, so it will be certainly we are 4 pawns up. So now let's see how we can continue the game. Now we should focus on the development. Castling king side will be a bit risky because he will have the open file for the rook, so we should be very careful. I think we should bring this knight here and preparing something like queen here maybe, or queen here maybe, and preparing for long castling, because we just avoid this kind of tricks for the later on. Okay, so he's just getting something to this pawn, and he just want to take that one. So can we have something like, can we bring our knight here with the idea that protecting that pawn, even we at some point we can take that one, we can bring our queen here maybe to protect that. So this kind of idea exists. So if we move and there is nothing immediate which is coming, that which can simply asking me to go back with my knight, right? So let's go back, let's go there. So he simply can't take it, he can't come here. It's kind of mating threat here. We simply can take him here, or else we simply can push it that well. So we are protecting our knight with our bishop as well. At the same time, this kind of mating threat doesn't exist. So let's see how he moves. Now just this pawn is so annoying, he simply can't develop his pawn so that he can bring out his bishop. Okay, he just took it and he just giving up the one piece, right? Because we have the two defender to this piece, so we are going to take, we can take with anyone, but I think it's better to take with that one or maybe this one. Both are fine, I think. So we can take any one of them. We can take that one with the idea that in the next move maybe we can pick that one, this bishop, right? Let's go for that. So he can simply take, if this push comes and try to kick this knight away, first we'll take that one so that later on some tricks kind of doesn't happen. And as we are already piece up, we are already pawn up, so of course we are try to trade off the things at the least and win the one. So can we have some tactics here? Can I move our queen here with the idea to go for that, or maybe taking with the knight and in the next move taking that? But I think that's slow. We have something better. Can I push that one? Can I push that one? Because he can't take, right? If he goes back, my knight takes with a check, so he has to act. Once takes, my knight comes back and I am fine. Or maybe we can simply push that one, simply protecting then bringing this bishop into the game. So both are fine, I feel, but we have more immediate here because our king is safe. He can't, we don't see anything immediate it's coming. So there is nothing as such. So of course, like, we can go for that one, but considering his king is centrally placed, even if we castle, maybe this kind of threat is coming. So I feel king is more safe in the center of the board. We have pawn around the king, queen is close to the king, we have already piece up, so I think it's better to go for some tempo to this bishop, and let's see what this bishop goes, and we can chop up this bishop which is simply eyeing towards this square. Now let's see what he does. He can go back. We're going to take that one as we discussed. If it comes here, we are going to take it, and we are checking. So of course pawn takes. We will take this back, or maybe he even can sack this bishop. That's bad. We will simply take that one, and soon my knight will come and will protect everything. So we are not afraid of anything. Okay, so simply he's wasting a move, so we can take him now here. Okay, so now maybe we can bring it on here, or maybe simply or maybe I feel like simply bringing this knight is back, it's better. So now we will push this one, maybe even we can bring our bishop here, we can go for that, or maybe bringing this queen here, going for that square, castling the king, so we are safe. So we are already a piece up, we are pawn up, his king is center of the board. So okay, so we are not playing something crazy stuff, or simple chess, simple tactical stuff, and we are trying to punish him. Do we have some moves? Now he is trying to get tempi to this pawn, right? So how we can protect that? We can protect that by bringing our rook here, maybe queen here, maybe. But one thing we can do, we can simply provoke him that you just take me, man, you just take me, and once you take me, my queen comes here, forking the like kind of skewer with the queen, rook, and this rook, and then he can't simply save the rook. He doesn't have any option, like even queen can't take that one because I'm going to take that queen. He can't come with that check because my rook is protecting, so everything is protected. We can simply move that one, and we can ask him that we are simply developing my piece, we are going to develop my bishop soon. Meanwhile, if you are going to take that pawn, there will be a tactical blow. So we are simply focusing on my development. If you take, then that there will be tactical blow. If you don't take, of course, we are simply developing a piece, and we are playing some developmental move. Now, if you take, we are going to play that queen here. So with the skewer kind of idea, this rook and this rook, yeah, he played. Now just see that what we have discussed now. This rook is falling, or this rook is falling. So he has to decide which rook he wants to give up. So this kind of tactical, you just have to blend your concept with this kind of tactical ideas. So you can get rid of some complex position with this kind of tactical ideas. You can take advantage of this kind of tactical ideas. So you have to be always like what tactical position arising from the board, if it takes, what will happen. So you have to look for this kind of stuff. So now just see, we are going to take one rook, and we are already a piece up. So he's telling, okay, you just take this rook, not this one. So we are going to take him here. We are also threatening to take that one. Now we are also threatening to bring my bishop here if castling comes. So we can see the position is too easy to play, right? So we can take that one, but maybe he is coming with a check before that, so we don't want any kind of complex things here. So we can play some simple chess. We can bring my bishop here maybe, or we can simply protect that one maybe, so that there is no check is possible, or even we can pick up this one with the bishop and developing my bishop. I think that's the best one, picking this one and developing this bishop. We are not simply taking the pawn. Pawn is not that important because we are already so much material up. Rather, this bishop is a developing move. So we are taking the pawn and we are developing our bishop. Now maybe we will go castle, even maybe not required, because we are just a bit afraid of that move maybe happen. Now guys, you just see from this position what he wants to take. He wants to take me here, right? So I have to move this bishop, but we can do one thing. Let's see, we are not going to move that bishop. The idea is like, you simply can't take my bishop. If you take, your bishop is going to fall. So rather, I can focus on some other development move. So what could be the developmental move? We can go for the castling. If the rook comes, maybe simple push is enough to protect from that kind of, and his king is center, his queen is center, my rook, two rook will be getting connected, and I don't think he can hold to this game. So let's castle. So my king is pretty safe. Now I'm asking, okay, you can take me, but I'm going to take your bishop, and then your king won't sustain for long. Like, you have to bring your queen here. Yeah. So now once take it, now maybe he has to bring his king. So queen takes queen, king takes queen. We have two rook, we have knight, he has one rook, so we are completely one rook and one knight up. Or if the king leaves, of course this rook is falling. Yeah, so this rook is falling, and then the check is coming, and maybe he can lose this king as well, queen as well. Or maybe we can try to create some mating net. Maybe we can bring our knight here so that the king can't escape. Yeah, so let's bring this knight here. We don't have much time, we have to act a bit faster. So the just idea is we are not allowing him to come through this route, so we can go check so that he can stick to the back rank, and once it goes to the back rank, maybe we can bring our rook here, we can give some checkmate in the back rank. So that's the main idea. So now let's see how he responds. Even maybe if these two pawns would not be here, if the king can't come, this check, this working idea also would have been existed. Nevertheless, this is a great position what we have. We are not going for pieces, we are already like 12 points off if we have to consider about the piece. So we are not bothered about the piece, rather we will go for the mating attack. We don't have much time, so maybe I have to play pretty fast here. So let's see how we can save that king. And he doesn't have any move. What move he can play? We are like, you just see guys, we are like up by a rook, up by a knight. Our two rook is well protected in the back rank. He has the alone queen, can't do anything. His pawns, just see his pawns structure. Just see his pawn structure. These two pawns, double pawn, this pawn is isolated, disintegrated, this pawn is disintegrated, these two pawns are double pawns. It's so bad pawn structure. So there is no connected pawn. So you can see that if you follow the simple theory, how easy the game becomes. So this is as smooth as butter. So let's see how we save that game. I don't find any move which can say. Maybe he can survive a bit longer by bringing this one here and try to escape. So now, as we told, that we are simply covering that one, right? So we are not allowing him to escape. So let's go for a check so that it stick to the last rank, and then we'll bring our rook, and this is a mating threat. Yeah, so let's go for this one, and this is the mating threat. So let's see how we can save that one. I don't think he can save. There is no move to save that point. So maybe he can simply sack this one. He simply blocked that. But then also after bringing this knight, maybe another rook will come and mate. So hardly it will take 2 or 3 moves to mate. So this is as smooth as butter. Yeah. So just see guys, we can win the queen. King takes queen, queen exchange, although we are piece up. But why we will go for those things when there is a mating net? So how we can mate? Check. So he has to go back because king can't come here, right? And once it goes here, the knight comes with the ultimate blower with the check kind of smothered mate kind of things, because king can't go here, king can't come here, the queen can't take his because queen is pinned for the rook, and that's a mate. So he has only one move. Queen goes here. Now we can simply win the queen as well, but the winning the queen, winning the piece is not ultimate motive. We should go for the king. So just knight comes here and just mate. You just see, because the queen can't take because the rook is pinning, or else king can't move because the queen is protecting all the adjacent square of the king. So let's go for the check and let's win the game. Yeah. So how was that? Killer knight, right? Okay, let's look for the next opponent. So let's look for our second game. So he's Satyashai from India. as we discussed, whenever we will be opening with d4. So with the idea, similar kind of idea, d4, bishop f4, then e3, and similar kind of London kind of setup. So he is not controlling the center, and we should take the benefit. Maybe he is just preparing this d5. Hopefully, if, oh, that's bad. That's real bad. That's real bad. So this is like he should have played this one, but simply this move is simply weakened his king side. Maybe we will go for our simple idea, like bringing this pawn here, bringing this bishop here, and if the situation permits, certainly we will have go for the check, pawn push come, check, and mate. So let's see what he does. So we'll stick to our plan, and meanwhile, if any tactics come, we'll just take that opportunity. We'll just grab that opportunity and we'll punish our opponent. Okay, so as per the plan, we'll bring our bishop here. So this is a typical London kind of bishop. This is typical London kind of setup. Remember, guys, we are not diverted from our plan. Whatever we have, our plan was, we just obeying our plan. So here we have certainly we have the check winning that one, but I think we have better here with the takes. First, we should take that one. Take. We have the check, man. Check, or maybe we even can go for the check. Both are fine, I feel. Both are fine. So we can go for both the things. Both things works, I feel. So should I take that one, man? Let's take it, man. Let's take it. So idea is like he's getting some tempi to my bishop now. I can go back with my bishop, but if I have better move, why will I retreat my bishop? What's the better move? The better move is queen goes here, and we are provoking him to push that one. If this push doesn't come, maybe if he comes here, we can simply win that one with a check. So yeah, let's go for a check. So remember, guys, queen move initial is not good, but if you win a piece, why not? That's why we are playing. So if we have the piece, we will go for check. The idea is you simply can't take. If you take, your rook is falling. So that's the main idea. So this is pinned. Maybe he will take me here. Even we can come with a check, man. We can come with a check. But if we come with a check, now if we come with a check, the queen will come to cover it up. So we are simply losing a piece. It would have been great, like if it takes, if the king goes here, then bishop is coming. Oh. So he's not taking me. Rather, he is telling me, I am not going to take. I am moving because my rook is under attack. So I'm not just taking. Rather, I'm moving my king. So I just want to save my rook. That's his idea. So can we play here something like maybe this, right? The idea is simple. You again can't take me here because your rook is falling. So it's a similar kind of idea, and also winning the pawn. At the same time, if we win that pawn, if even it takes with the queen, bishop takes, we have the same threat. This rook in the corner is pretty stuck, and he simply can't get rid of that. Even we would love to go for that move, but this knight is coming to cover that up. So that skewer doesn't work here. So I think we should go for that move, and even I think that's also not bad. Taking that one with the bishop. Both works fine, man. I think taking the bishop is better. Yeah, because if this kind of check comes, maybe bishop can come to cover that up. Because if I take with my queen, right? If he comes with the check, if I try to cover that up, takes, knight takes, and then he can win that one maybe. So we have to look for all the things. So maybe I can win that one with my bishop, right? And in the next move, we can straight to take that one. And if sometimes maybe if knight comes to threat my queen, maybe even I can simply pick that knight, right? Okay, so let's take with my bishop. Now let's see what he does here. Maybe I think bringing this knight is the best option what he can do. Yeah. So this is the best thing what he could have done. Maybe we can create more pressure to that knight, bringing this one and unpinning that one in the next move maybe, because now knight is threatening to take me here. Let's go. So if he's going to take me here, I'm going to take that one with a skewer. Okay, so that's a best move. We can simply win that one, and takes bishop takes with the forking idea. We can win that one, rook. So let's go for that, man. Now, yeah. So check, he has only one move because king can't go here. And once it leaves, we are simply winning a rook. Oh, he resigned. Good game, Satyasai. Okay, so that was a good game. Second game. Let's move to our third one. So he is Timilior and he's from Nigeria. So as we discussed, let's start with d4. Okay, so once you play d4, this kind of idea will exist like England gambit. This kind of gambit you will be facing certainly. So here will be two kind of idea. You can simply accept the gambit, right? Or you can simply decline the gambit. Now if you want to decline the gambit, how you can decline? I will suggest not to accept this kind of pawn very beginning, or even if you take the pawn, please don't hang on to that pawn. Just give up the pawn and take the positional advantage. So here what we can do, we can simply take that pawn and then we won't try to hang on to that pawn. Okay, we are not allowing him to provoke us for that gambit. So let's take this one. Maybe he will come with the queen. Okay, that's not England gambit. He could have come with this one. I don't know why he has played this one. Now there is for n% rule, we can take that one. This bishop take, so he is simply developing the bishop for my pawn. So I think this is not a good idea to take. So as we discussed, what is our main idea for developing the move? Developmental move. How we can develop? Now we are already a pawn up. This pawn is very strong, so we can move something which will develop our piece. At the same time we will strong our this pawn. So knight comes at f3. We are simply developed our knight. We are protecting that pawn, and maybe at some point we can push that one. We can bring our bishop out. We can castle, and we are good to go. Now what is his threat? He can come up with this check, but before that I think this pawn is free pawn. Like now, even now, he doesn't have any threat, man. Even if he comes with a check, this pawn push I have, this knight I have, this bishop I have that strong protection. On the other hand, this pawn is simply hanging. My queen is attacking, my knight is attacking. So this is simply a blunder. This is a mistake. So let's take that pawn with my queen. The queen takes, knight takes, and of course, being a two pawn up, queen. Oh man. I'm so sorry, guys. Like, I don't know what he is doing, man. So this kind of thing we will be seeing in lower level. So he could have taken me. I don't know whether it's a mouse slip happened or not, but this is bizarre. So now let's just take that. That's not chess. That's not chess. This is something else. Nevertheless, let's try to stick to our plan. Let's try to try how early we can reach whatever we have planned. So now he's developed his bishop. He's going for my queen. He's try to tempt to my queen, but he completely forgot that once bishop comes, he's simply removing the defender of that pawn. So always whenever you move something, he should cross check all the time that whether I'm removing the defender of that piece, or whether the piece I'm moving, whether the piece is covering some important square. So if I move that square, that piece, whether I still have control to that critical square. So just see that he has moved his bishop, but he forgot that this bishop was protecting that pawn. So let's go for that. So we can win that one even we are not afraid to bring this bishop after moving that pawn and going for something mating net. Okay, so can we move that one? Can we come? Or maybe we can take that one, followed by we can take this one as well, because we can win that one any day, anytime. This is not possible, so he simply can't save that rook. So we can go for some development move, right? We can bring this one out and we can go for some mating threat maybe. Let's go for that, man. Let's finish this off at the earliest. Now he can't come here with a check even. We can pick that one. Even we can push that one. We are not allowing him to castle. Let's see how he proceeds. The position is real bad. Okay, so now maybe he wants to castle, right? Now maybe he wants to castle. So his idea is to castle, but we can take that knight. We can come with the check. We can win that one. There's so many threats. So many threats exist. So can I come with the check first? Let's see how he responds with a check. Now we are preparing to castle. We can win that rook as well. Okay. So now, can I take that? And comes with a check. Knight takes. Queen takes. King goes back. We are winning that rook with a check. If the bishop comes, we are winning that rook with a check. So we have if we take this one simply, he is going to castle. Maybe next he is threatening to do there. So let's not allow him to castle. Let's go for a check. Now how he can save that one? If the bishop comes here to save that one, that's going to be very bad, because this coming with a check. Yeah, knight takes, so we can win that one, but then knight goes back to protect that. So that he can't do that, we are going to take that knight first with a check. Now he has to move here, he has to move here, or his bishop has to come. But in every case, we can win the rook with a check, no matter whatever he moves. So we are going to take that one with a check. Yeah, so we can win that one with a check. And now how we can save that check? This is the only move to save that check. If we try to go back, we are going to take. And if we going to go, so this is a mate. Now if we take, the king doesn't have any escape, and that's a mate. So you guys can see, just simple chess helped me to win that game, right? Okay, so as the second game was really like very short. Third game is also not that long, so let's try to cover another one in this video. So this is going to be last one. Okay, I have already won a game against him. Let's see how he plays now. Last one most probably I played with white. Now this is time to play with black. So as we discussed, whenever the e4 happens, we are going to play with this one. So c6, the Caro-Kann on the board, and if the d4 happens, we are going to d5. So this is simple to Caro-Kann structure. He can take, the exchange Caro-Kann, he can push it, that's advanced Caro-Kann, or maybe he could have bring this knight. There is many possible moves. So now, so what he does after moving that, controlling the center, that's true pawn is controlling the center. He just he has just brought his bishop here, so developed his piece. That's a good one. Now if I take him, he is going to take me here. So now we have to remember, initially we can take that pawn, take the bishop, but once the bishop takes, the bishop moves twice, right? Twice. At the same time, we are developing a piece and getting a tempo to that bishop, right? So let's see how we can do that. Takes, he will take with the bishop, and developing a piece and getting a tempo to this bishop again. Now he has to move. Yeah. Now just see how this bishop moved. Come here, take me here, again going back. This bishop moved thrice, right? This bishop moved thrice, and we are like equally good. Like if you see, like black's one knight developed, he has one bishop developed, his pawn is here, my pawn is here, and now it's my move and I have advantages, right? Because of course white should have that advantage, but he just lost it because of this 3 move of this bishop. Now how we can play? Now we have one idea. Maybe we can push this one, we can bring our bishop out, we can castle, right? But just one thing, just simple thing, that once we try to bring that bishop out, we have to play this one, right? But if we play that one, this bishop is a bit bad, because this bishop is just tucking back to that pawn chain. It's not active, right? So what we can do, we can take this bishop, because we can't play this one. If I would have been the best, but this pawn is protecting that square, so we can't go for that move. So we can do one thing, we can preparing to move that one after bringing this bishop out. So bishop comes to f5, push comes e6, and then our bishop comes at d6. That's the main idea. Let's go for that, and then we'll castle. Now let's see, maybe his knight will come here, he will be preparing to castle. That can be one idea. Okay, so like I don't know, like why these people are like simply, you guys always should remember, knight belongs to central places, right? This knight is so bad here. Knight shouldn't be side of the board. Always keep your knight centrally. So even knight would have been better here. this is the ideal square for the knight. Whenever knight is getting developed, this is the ideal square for the knight, certainly. But yeah, but this is also not bad. This is playable, but this is real bad. This is real bad. This knight is here real bad. So you shouldn't play that. Now we have an option, like we can take that one. That's good. But I think maybe without taking also we can continue by bringing this push with some similar kind of plan and castle. Let's go for that. Always try to develop your knight here or here. This is the best square for knight. Aim for some center square for the knight. Control some center square for the knight. That's so bad. So guys, here do we have some tactics. Always look for some tactics. If you get some tactics, of course, like here I can tell you the one tactics. I don't know whether it will work or not. We can take that one. Take, coming with a check, so that we can take this one, because this bishop won't be here. But one thing is that he can go back, right? So we can take that risk. So now he is coming with a pinning idea. We can simply develop my bishop here, unpin that knight, right? And if he takes, so he's simply lost his tempi of his bishop. That's not good. Let's bring our bishop. And now in the next move, we'll castle. Maybe after that, as this we have played this move, so knight, this square is not available for knight, but this pawn is very strong because this is simply blunting that bishop. So we can go with this move knight to here, because this would have been the best square, but this knight doesn't have access to this square, so of course we will go for that one. Now let's see how we can proceed, and accordingly we act. Okay, so he has not castled yet, but we will castle. We will make our king safe, and then we will play. Now let's castle. Your king safety is the most priority. You should always take care of king. And now we can bring that one. We can even take that knight, but not now. Because we are going for some simple chess. We are not going for some tactical stuff. Now this move is so bad. Why I'll play? Why on earth will simply give up my pawn and I will allow my opponent to connect the pawns? In chess, you always should remember every move should have some purpose. Without purpose, you can't move your pieces. And to know that purpose, you should know the theory. Without knowing the theory, you don't know the purpose, right? So this is the thing, like moving that pawn doesn't make any sense. He could have gone for castling. He could have developed his knight, brought his knight, tried to keep the knight active, bringing here, something like that. He could have tried. Rather, just giving up the pawn doesn't make any sense. So we can take with that one. Let's take with that one. Maybe we can take that one with the idea that we are preparing to bring our knight here. Yeah, let's take this one, central pawn, and we are preparing to bring our knight here. So now as my knight has both the square available, of course I will try to, if there is no specific target through this move, we will always try to go here. Or if certain condition, maybe we can see that this knight is pinned by this bishop and there is no bishop. So in that condition, sometimes we can consider going knight there, so that protect that one. But here of course we will go here. Now just see, this queen is coming. Initially moving the queen is a mistake. You shouldn't move your queen initially. First you should develop your all the pieces. Your king must be safe. If king doesn't serve any specific purpose, you shouldn't bring your king. Now here just see, white king is center of the board. He's not castled yet. He just moved his queen. Now how we can punish that queen? We can bring this knight out. We're developing my knight. At the same time, we are getting some tempo to that queen. That's so great for black, right? We are developing the piece and we are asking him to go back. Now just see my pieces. My king is safe. My bishop is eyeing toward this square. Hyperactive bishop. This knight is good. This knight is monster. This bishop is protecting that thing. Like everything is protected in my castle. Whereas the white, what's he's doing? This knight is corner of the board. His king is still center of the board, is not castle yet, and he's just moving aimlessly. Why? He's not gaining anything. So this aimless move, he is going for that pawn, but how he can take that? There is no other pieces which is attacking. Now if you go for attack, your individual piece can't gain anything. Whenever you are attacking, your all the piece should aim towards that square. This bishop is protecting that square, my knight is protecting that square. You don't have anything except the queen. What he is doing? So that's something bad move, you can tell. Now this is time to launch the attack because we are well developed. My king is safe, everything is done. Now let's go for some pawn advance. Now how we can do that? We can simply push that pawn. We are not going to allow him to take because my knight taking, so he can't take. This bishop can't take. Takes. So let's go for that, man. He's not castle yet, and we are going to take this push, and this push are simply unstoppable. And if he takes, we are getting some tempo to the queen. So this kind of thing you will see on the board when your opponent doesn't castle first. Yeah, so he has just castled, but this is too late. My pawns are simply monster pawns here. So we can push that one. We have so many threats. Let's push this one first. Okay, now we can simply take that one, right? We can simply take that one. Now if he takes it, of course he will take it here. Okay, he didn't take me here. Why? I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I really don't know. So now the tactics is, if I take him here, right? Maybe he will take me here first, so that I have to respond because he's threatening my queen. But I can do one thing. I can take that one first, and followed by I can take. So after taking that one, he can't take this one with this one because his knight will hang. If he takes with the knight, his queen will hang, and he can't go for that because my bishop is protecting, right? So let's go for that. Let's take this one. Now I am asking that you do something with your king. Either you take, either your knight take, or you do something, man. So this is bad. Like, he could have taken with this one. So we can simply win that one now. Now if we try to take with this one, we can simply bring our bishop back and protecting the bishop, protecting the pawn, this pawn, and simply gaining some tempo to the queen. So he can't go for that one, right? Because my bishop is protecting. We are also getting some tempo to the queen. If the queen goes here, maybe we can try to push that one because this is pinned. So we are already piece up, so we won't mind to trade off our queen. Because remember always this kind of idea, if you are material up, try to simplify the game, try to exchange the queen, try to trade off the pieces. So just move. So this is pin. Now if he move, he has the only move. After that we'll trade off the queen of the board. Knight takes queen, we are going to take that one, and these two pawns are simply monster. We are piece up. So this is very easy win. We are already piece up. So this, yeah, so we can simply take that one now. Simple chess. If you are piece up, you are going to trade the thing. So we are going to take that one. We are piece up, we are pawn up, and these two pawns are simply monster. Now we can bring that bishop back, right? We can bring the bishop anywhere we want, but we can push that pawn. At the same time we are pushing the pawn, we are supporting the bishop, right? So purposing, this is serving two purpose. My pawn is also getting advanced, I am also supporting my bishop. Now what's the idea of that move? Maybe he's trying to go here with the idea of this move. Can I move my knight here? More active place, going for this takes, maybe some tempo to this rook. Let's see, with the idea to take that one. Yeah, so we can move that one, or even we don't mind to move that one, right? If you take, I am going to take with my knight, I am safe. And if you take me here, we are going to take your rook. Let's go for that. So we are asking him, you should move your rook, but your move can't go. Your rook can move here. Your rook can move here. Your rook can move here. Your rook only. This is the move, and then maybe we can bring my knight here. And at some point we are threatening to push. Just see, man, as you are like good. Oh, even we are threatening to take that. Okay, that's another thing. We can even take it. Let's take it, and the next move again go. Let's go here and let's push it. Let's win that one. Let him win that one. He has two isolated pawn, double pawn. Again, he has created double. Oh. Bad, 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 bad. He could have taken this one, but okay, no problem. We can go here now, and we can threaten to take that one, or even maybe we can simply bring this one and simply protecting that pawn. Oh man. So we are simply going for this takes and rook, queen. We don't have much time. I need to play real first. Now offering the trade here. Because the reason being back rank mate exist. So just for that, let's try to mate him in the back rank. Maybe he's trying to escape through this route, but let's bring the 7th rank. Always remember, rook belongs to the 7th rank. If you have the opportunity, try to bring the rook in the 7th rank. So yeah, threatening to take this one. Yeah, takes with a check, and maybe this rook is also coming on the 7th rank, and we are going for some mating threat now. Rook belongs to 7th rank, so always try to bring your rook in the 7th rank, opponent's 7th rank or 2nd rank. If you play with white, that's 7th rank. If you're playing with black, that's 2nd rank. So this is the idea square for the queen rook. So this is a check and mate. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys loved those 4 games and you learned something in that process. Stay tuned for more chess, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you soon again. Bye bye.